Truth Podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth podcast. We're never alone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hashtag Truth. Tonight we have the one, the only Mr. COLLIN Casanova. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, man?
I am doing just fine, man. I hit you up, or actually you hit me up to come on the show, which I thought was pretty cool. We had a buddy of yours on last night and had a great time. And he said, man, you got to get COLLIN on there. You got to get COLLIN on there. Let's do this. So here you are, man. So tell us, let's go right into the first segment of the show. I'll go ahead and play the intro and we'll get right into it.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth.
All right. This segment is called Tell Us About You. First question I ask every wrestler that comes on my show: how long have you been in the business and who has been training you?
So I'm coming up on about 2 years of training now. I started off at the Universal Wrestling College with Austin Idol. If you're trying to sign up, www.universalwrestlingcollege.com. Send in an application. But trained there for about a year and a half. Then some things change up. Life moves on. You gotta change it up. So I've pretty much just been training by myself now. I got a couple guys I train with, usually once or twice a week, and I've been training with EPW recently.
Okay, very good, man. EPW is right in my backyard. It's about 10 minutes right behind my house.
Okay,
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
I usually frequent HWA, which is up in Rutherford, North Carolina, but I have been going there. It's changed names a couple of times since I've been there. Let's just put it that way. It's been a little while. But from what I've seen of the building, man, that place looks cool, man. The entranceway and everything. Have you had any matches out there yet?
Unfortunately, I have not had the chance to have a match up there. You know, I'm just trying to be patient, wait for my turn. Hopefully I'll be up there soon. But it's an awesome establishment. I've been up there, watched a couple shows. It's amazing.
Many great wrestlers have came out of that building, man, or that wrestling organization. And let me tell you, it is a great place to get your feet wet in. So you said you trained with Austin Idol. There was a group of you that trained together, you and a few others. And if I got the story right, I think your buddy last night said y'all all got together and decided to get a ring, the whole 9 yards, man. Were you part of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was myself, Connor Drake, Teo, as M likes to call him, the Princess of Chaos, and Big Brian Wilder. So yeah, we all came together. You know, like Connor said, we just wanted some more training time because Austin's a busy man. He likes to stay working. So we went.
See, it looks like you're sitting in a ring right now. That the ring?
I'm in that ring right now. I figured it since Connor talked about it to be a pretty good setting.
I love it. That is cool, man. I love that. So what do you got? All right, since you're already in the ring, let's talk about that, man. So you guys do your own training when Austin's not available. Do you guys have like a set time you get together and go out there, or do you just whenever you decide to, hit the ropes or whatever, go out there? How does it work with all four of you owning the ring?
Well, it's a little bit of both, especially when we first started. We'd usually have a day planned out in the week where after everyone got off of work, we come over here about 6:30, 7 at night and go at it till at least, 10 o'clock. So we were getting a lot of time in. And then there's maybe another day in the week where everyone's like, yeah, I could go for a training session today. So we'd all make it out here.
That works. Missy Childers is showing. Hey, Missy, how you doing? She says, what size is the ring?
It's a 16 by 16, so it's on the smaller side. But when you're trying to learn ring awareness, it's great.
Right. I'm pretty sure it's not that much more difficult to train in a 16 by 16 and then go do your thing in an 18 or a 20 by 20. You know what I'm saying? It can't be that much of a change, is it?
I mean, there's definitely still room to work because you got to have room to work. But I think you can definitely tell. I could be wrong, but I think Austin's was maybe a 20 by 20, and I think it's a pretty noticeable difference. But 16 by 16 still absolutely manageable. You just got to be aware.
So I've got to ask. Your buddy last night said that you guys got the ring up, you put it up, and you didn't waste any time, man. As soon as the ring was up, you guys started training. Now I've got to ask, with you four being there and doing that, you probably have some friends come over that are wrestlers, maybe. Have you had a match yet in that ring? Have you just sat down and went, you know what? Let's have a little match here. Let's throw down and see what we can do.
Oh, absolutely. That's pretty much what we do every week. I mean, we haven't had any matches in front of live fans or anything in this particular ring, but pretty much every week, we'll probably, since it's the four of us, we'll run a one-on-one and then another one-on-one. Sometimes we'll do tag teams, but I mean, there's been a lot of matches in this ring at this point, for sure.
So which one was the first referee? I just got to know.
That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure, but I know we did have another guy that works with us. His name is John. He had a referee shirt, so we'd always get him in here. He was helping with camera and stuff and production.
You got a referee shirt, you're automatically the referee. Come on,
yeah,
man.
He set himself up with that one. He had to take a couple bumps for us too.
Oh yeah, because there's always an opportunity for a ref to get knocked around in the ring during a match, man, without a doubt. Missy Childers wants to know: have you ever tried to walk the ropes?
Have I walked the ropes?
Have you ever tried to walk the ropes? The Undertaker, walking the ropes.
Oh yeah. I think I might have tried it once or twice, but I don't know if that's for me, especially right now. I feel like that takes a lot of skill. I've seen Connor do it plenty of times though.
So what is your favorite move when you get in the ring and you're training and everything? You get in a match. What is your favorite move to perform? Is there a move where a lot of wrestlers? From what I know, when they get together with their other wrestler to talk about their match, they're like, hey, man, I want to get this move in. I've been working on this move. Is there a move for you that's like that?
So I really love a sunset flip. If you do it into a pin, you do it into a power bomb. There's the Canadian Destroyer. A lot of stuff you can do with a sunset flip. But in particular, we actually saw Connor do it in his match with Zachariah Cutter, I believe. That a move he ended it on where he hit him with that super kick, ran up the ropes, and sunset off the top.
Did the power bomb off the ropes into the sunset flip? That was a really good move, man. Speaking of matches, we are going to be watching you wrestle in a tag team match, and you're going to have him as your partner in that match, correct?
I have not heard anything about that. I don't.
No, I'm talking about the match we're going to watch tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My bad. I was thinking in the future or something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're good. Yeah, the match we're going to watch later on with you in it is going to have you and Connor as tag team partners, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the four of us that got this ring in that match.
Okay, I got you, Teo. Okay, now I see it as I look. Okay, I got you, without a doubt. Oh, here we go. My dad's chiming in. He said, who's first on your I want to get my hands on list? Who do you want to get your hands on right now in professional wrestling?
Oh, man. I know Connor gave this answer yesterday, so I'll give another one. But I like the Austin Idol one, Always want to go one-on-one with the legend. But there's actually a guy in EPW I've been watching a lot of. His name is Asher. Man, he looks really talented. I'd love to work with him.
That would be a cool match, man. I know who you're talking about. Luke Childers said, hello, sir. Speaking of Luke Childers, I got to do it right away. You guys go check out Luke Childers in the Bottom Line. He just did a great show tonight. Go over there and check it out on the Bottom Line. I won't give away all the people he was talking to, but go check out Luke. He does a great podcast. He is the future of podcasting for sure. Go check him out, guys. Yeah. So, let me see. See, I done got all. I see Luke is the future of wrestling. He gets me all. I've got.
Oh, I see. He's got the Snoopy Christmas as his profile. I love that, man.
I'm all messed up over here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back on. Okay, for some reason my mind just went blank. I don't know what happened, but we're good. I'm back. Maybe it's all the medicine I take. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, so where would you call home? Where is your professional wrestling home? What organization do you call home?
I guess our own promotion, PWF, right now. Like I said, I've been looking to get into EPW. Definitely think that could be my future if they'd have me. But like I said, I'm just patient and waiting.
Hey, your own promotion ain't bad either. I was watching the promos earlier today, and some of the I would love to have seen some of the matches from that show, man. The show that I was watching you guys promo for. As a matter of fact, we're going to be watching you promo in just a couple of minutes here. And you're going to have to explain to me what that match was all about and who won and stuff like that. Or if it still hasn't happened. Has the match happened yet? Or
so actually, unfortunately, we had that show set up, and then I think it had happened right after Hurricane Helene had come through. So there's some things that happened with the venue.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I understand that perfectly, man. Missy wants to know, what does PWF stand for?
The Palmetto Wrestling Federation.
There you go. So do you live down in Greenville also, or in that area?
Yes, sir. I'm right outside of Greenville.
Missy wants to know, did Harry Taylor go live for the show?
We since we weren't able to get that one off, I believe it was supposed to be September 21st.
Right.
But we did have I believe Connor had talked about it. We had a show. It was early July, and I know Harry was here for that one, and he was running it.
Right. Harry's interviewed you guys for one of them shows. I believe that Straight Up Wrestling Podcast interviewed you guys for one of those shows. I can't remember which one, but
yeah, we've done a couple with Harry at this point. Do a lot of work with CMW.
There you go. Missy said I typed too fast. No, you typed just right. We understood exactly what you were asking, Missy. You're good, man. Missy's going to be a partner with me one of these days, man. Missy asks a lot of great questions, so I love Missy and her family, and I know she's teaching Luke a lot of good stuff too, man. So it's awesome, man. We're all big one happy podcasting family, if you know what I mean. So you guys get the ring. You guys are training. You're finding places to go. Where do you see yourself in like 2 or 3 years, man?
2 or 3 years? I mean, in a perfect world, I guess maybe running PWF shows every week, But if not that, working for EPW, really just wrestling. If consistent booking, having great matches every weekend.
Now, have you ever? Do you do singles all the time? I see. Like I said, we're going to be going into a showing your match with a tag team partner. Which do you prefer, singles or tag team, or does it not matter?
So I've only had 2 live matches so far. One was a singles and one was a tag team. That tag team's actually my first match, but especially working with Connor, we got our tag team, Expensive Attraction. I love doing tag team. There's a lot you can do there, but singles is pretty fun too. But I think I'd have to go with a tag team.
My dad likes Missy too. He says got to have Missy on the show. I'd love to have Missy on the show, without a doubt. Here comes another great question. Do you watch old school wrestling or just the newer stuff?
I've been dreading this question all day. Unfortunately, I stick to the newer stuff. I'll definitely go back from time to time and watch some old school, but definitely need to get a little better with that, because there's a lot of gold in old school for sure.
So who's your favorite wrestlers? After a while, I'll ask you your Mount Rushmore. But who is your favorite wrestler? Who is that wrestler that got you into wrestling?
Oh, I don't know if people are gonna like this answer, but I was raised, up through the 2010s watching that era WWE. So John Cena is really the one that got me into it.
What's wrong with John Cena, man? John Cena carried
he
WWE
gets a little hate
for 10
nowadays
years,
saying that's
bro.
your favorite wrestler, but
The only thing I didn't like about John Cena is what he did to the title with the spinner thing. I thought that was a little disrespectful. That's just me though, because I'm old school. I'll have to admit I'm old school. Me and Missy, my dad, and a few others, we're old school. I can watch both the new and the old, but I do prefer the old, man, without a doubt.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Reno Royce, the Rolls Royce of wrestling, is watching. Okay, go ahead.
It was. I feel like it was pretty different back then. The crowd was able to. It was easier to make them believe that what was happening was, just really like a war. So, it's like the crowd's getting into it back in the day. I feel like there's not really much that you can match with that nowadays.
Right?
But
Without a doubt. Well, let's get right into watching you do some stuff, man. Let's go ahead and hit up watching you promo. So I'm going to hit the intro. I'm going to go right into the promo. Then we're going to talk about it afterwards. So here we go.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth.
September 21st. Grand Battle All Out War. The world is talking about it. Have you seen on Twitter? It's been number 1, number 2 trending for like the past week or two. I mean, come on. Nobody does that nowadays. Here and there's a big title shot, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. A guy like me, I deserve a title shot too. I need some bling around this cornucopia of sexiness' waist. A guy like me, I spend a lot of time in the neon city of Miami, and I need something to flash in that neon night sky. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking September 21st in the Sterling Event Center, I get a title match of my own. And trust me, I'm going to get what I want.
Uh-oh, there you go. Straight up, going right after some gold, man. Who are you talking about there? Give us some context of who you were talking about.
so back when we were supposed to have that show, it was going to be, believe me, and a guy trained with Bobby Broadway up from the Bronx, raised in the streets. So that would have been a scrap. I believe
A New
that's
Yorker.
I believe that's what I'm taking on coming up December 21st. So that's definitely one to look forward to. It's going to be a scrap.
I got you. If you guys hear the cat meowing, my cat is right outside my door and he wants to come in. I can't let him in because he likes to type on my keyboard and that'll make everything just go crazy. So if you happen to hear a loud meowing behind me through my microphone, that is my cat trying to get in the room. I apologize for the noise, but just had to let you know nobody's dying behind me. It's just my cat. But anyway, you have this promo and you're supposed to meet this guy and you're talking about a belt. Is that something that you feel you need to be relevant in professional wrestling as a belt, or do you not need one?
Absolutely not. I think you just need to make people believe, get people invested in you. That's what you need. Once you get to a certain point, I believe a title can absolutely elevate you. But yeah.
So, and that was my next question, because you were hitting on it a while ago, making people believe. And trust me, I know you guys got questions in the comments. I will get to them, I promise you. But kayfabe, how big is that? You said you've been in 2 years. You've had 2 matches in front of crowds. How big is kayfabe to you? Was it taught to you by Austin Idol and anybody else and do you have a character like, and I know Missy is saying, what is your character? So there it is. I'm basically asking the same question. So thank you, Missy. What is your character, or are you just being yourself in the ring right now?
Well, like I said in the promo, I'm the cornucopia of sexiness. You know, I'm the resident sexy man of Palmetto Wrestling Federation. So, I mean, hopefully the face speaks for itself. I'm pretty much just being me out here. You know.
I don't know about the hat, but the face speaks for it.
Oh, don't tell me you're a Carolina fan or something.
No. I'm a Navy fan in college football, man. I'm
Okay.
Navy. So the Army Navy game's coming up Saturday. I'll be
Yeah.
yelling. If you hear anything coming from Spartanburg area, big yelling, big commotion, that's me yelling at the game. So just let you know.
I don't blame you. That's a big one. Big one.
Yeah, it's always that's my favorite football game of the year. And then also I see you have a Tennessee Titans shirt on. Are you a Titans fan, or is it just a shirt you're wearing?
No, I'm a Titans fan. It's been a little tough the past couple years, you know, giving away a lot of good players. But
yeah, you lost your running back, man, Henry. That's pretty tough.
Man, that's best running back of all time. Traded him away.
But I do like Ridley, man. I like the wide receiver. He's pretty good, without a doubt.
He's pretty good for us.
If I didn't have a background going, I have a Washington Commanders poster on my wall back here.
Okay.
I'm a huge Commanders fan. But let's get back to wrestling, man. My dad wants to know, do you have a favorite finisher?
Like I said, I really love that move Connor Drake hit at the end of his match. You know, that running sunset over the top. That's an awesome move. I love to use that as part of my move set. But I also use a Famouser too. Okay. I love that move.
Ooh, okay. Now I know Missy will enjoy this question, man. Do you believe that a finisher should finish a match, or do you believe that it's just part of the arsenal? The reason I ask that is because we watch WWE, and you can see somebody get hit with 3 or 4 finishers before the match is over. Back in the day, that wasn't the case, man. If you hit a finisher, it was called a finisher for a reason. The match was over. So, how do you believe about that?
I absolutely believe there are some matches where you can get away with maybe doing a lot of false finishes, maybe like the really big time matches. If it's, the biggest superstars you got, they're going to be able to take a couple. But in terms of just a normal match, I would say a finisher usually needs to be a finisher. Because I remember like watching old school stuff, you see that it's like they get their finish, and being
I can talk the era that you said you grew up in. I mean, if the Ultimate Warrior hit his splash, you knew it was over. If Hulk Hogan hit the leg drop, you knew it was over. You know what I'm saying? If Undertaker got you up in a tombstone pile driver, you knew the match was over. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in 3-4 finishers. I lose interest in a match if I see that. That's just me personally. I mean, I can understand where maybe if it's a long time rivalry, maybe you might have to go to 2. You know what I'm saying? But no. That's just not me. Sean Duffy said hello and good evening from Fallon, Nevada. My West Coast connection, brother. I appreciate you stopping by, Sean. If you got questions, man, please ask. Missy Childers says, what is your entrance music?
For now, if they let me use it without getting copyrighted on YouTube or something, I love Flashing Lights by Kanye West. I think that's a really good one for my persona.
Okay, I got you. So I do have to ask. I noticed you didn't do it in the match we're about to cover, but with your persona, have you thought about like coming out in like sexy robe or something like that? Doing what was the guy Val Venus doing sort of like the Val Venus gimmick? I don't like people copying, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you're doing the sexy guy.
Definitely something I thought about, but you don't want to be like a Ric Flair clone, a Val Venus clone. Right. But there is something to be said.
You can always put your own stamp on it, though.
Oh, absolutely. No, there's ways you can go about it, and that's something I've been working on. So hopefully I'll have something in time for my next match. Missy
wants to know, is your character a ladies' man?
I mean, I'm just a ladies' man myself. There's not really a character about it. So I guess I would say so, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta ask. I told you before the show I wouldn't get personal. The only personal question I'm gonna ask: do you have a girlfriend?
I have a fiance.
Okay, see,
So
there you go. All right.
yeah,
Well, ladies, you can close it up now. You can go
yeah,
home. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
So, have you ever acted in any way in the ring where you go home and the fiance goes, I don't even think you're gonna pull that here.
I mean, if she ever feels that way, she's pretty good at hiding it. You know, I try to be careful
Okay.
out there. I'm not, but I
Okay.
feel like there's been a couple close calls. I come home, I don't. They're a little upset at me. It's just a promo, babe. I don't know what I did wrong.
So what does your fiance and your family think? And this will be the last question I talk about family at all. What do they think about? What did your mom or your dad or your family think when you called them up and said, "Hey, I want to be a professional wrestler. I just bought a ring." What was their reaction?
So it's really something I kept secret for a while because I know Connor came on here saying this has been his dream since day one, and I think you can really see that when you watch him work.
Oh,
But this wasn't really a thing I thought about doing until a month before I got into it. Like I'd always loved wrestling since I was a kid, and I always kind of wondered. I'm like, man, that would be awesome to get into, but it was never a serious thought in my mind until one day I was like, like you got to have a creative outlet or something to turn to. So I was like, I needed something like that. So I was like, I should just get into wrestling. I'm an adult now. I can do what I want. I got the money for it. Let's go for it. So I kept it a secret for a while besides a few people. But once I started telling everybody, they were extremely supportive. They said, go
awesome.
for it. Do what you love.
So how did it feel when you took that first bump, man? When you landed flat on your back, how did that feel, man? Did you feel like because I don't want to keep comparing you to Connor, but Connor said when he got that first bump, he came up and he was like, "Woo, let's do that again." Is that how you felt when you got your first bump, or
I'm
was
not.
it like,
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say I felt that happy about it. But I believe just my first normal bump. It wasn't too bad, but it definitely didn't feel good. The one that really sticks with me is the first time I took a hip toss. That almost made me want to quit. Jump up in the air and flip. I hit the ground. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't even think I can move the next day. That one was
Now,
rough.
I have talked. Of course, I've talked to many wrestlers, and a lot of them tell me that the next day you don't really feel it that bad. I mean, it hurts a little bit after the match, but the next day is when it really sets in. Is that what happened with you in your first couple of matches?
Oh, absolutely. I remember one day in particular, I woke up and I could barely turn my neck at all. It was insane. But I think you get used to it. I mean, it's never completely goes away, but it gets a little bit better.
Okay, I got one more question, then we're gonna watch you wrestle, man. What kind of wrestler do you call yourself, man? What if you had to pick a style of wrestling? What would you be? Are you a grappler? Are you a high flyer? Or are you a combination of everything? What's your style in the ring?
I would like to say I'm more of a grappler, definitely. I like locking up, going through all the moves, getting into different holes and such. But I'm a heavy hitter too. I can throw some hard punches. Definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of those.
So you say you call yourself a grappler. So do you like submission holds? And what is your favorite submission hold?
I love the Boston Crab. That's definitely one of my go-tos. That's a really good one. A good
You're making my back
crossface.
hurt, bro. I got a bad back. You're already making my back hurt.
Yeah, I mean once you get them locked in, man, they're not getting out a lot of times. That one hurts.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Missy's got a book, but no, I'm just kidding. Have you ever watched Gustavo work before? YouTube him and watch him and some of his stuff. He has a presence that I think might help you. There you go.
Okay, absolutely. I'll have to do that. I'll do that after we get off the podcast.
We won't send you the promos. We won't have. Don't listen to Missy when she tells you to go watch somebody for promos, because her favorite promo artist had the worst promo ever in professional wrestling. So no, I'm just kidding. We like joking, man. We like joking. Missy's probably laughing hysterically right now, sitting on her couch with that one. But It's always fun. Do you like promoing? What do you think about promoing? Are you comfortable yet doing it?
I think that's something that doesn't come as naturally to me for sure. I love doing it because that's one really good way to just, it's like a creative outlet. I can just go out there and, talk my game. But definitely something I'm working to get better at.
All right. I love that. All right. We're going to switch on over and we're going to watch you wrestle. So I'm going to hit the intro, get everything ready on the screen, and we'll be right back in just a couple seconds, and we'll watch Mr. Casanova wrestle.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
There you go. Here we are. This is a tag team match. Tell us where you're at during this match. Give us the intro, the company. I always want to shout out the company now. I got in trouble for not shouting out the company one day and got a show of mine taken down. So tell us what company you're at and what led to this match and who all's in the ring.
So this is a tag team match between me and M versus Brain and Teo. This was in Tupelo, Mississippi. I think it was about a 5.5, 6 hour drive from where we're at right now. And it was for VIP Championship Wrestling.
Okay, Tupelo, Mississippi. I lived in Mississippi. I lived in a couple towns in Mississippi. I lived in Houston, I lived in West Point, and I lived in Boonville. All three of them there. So without a doubt, Mississippi I know very well. I do know Tupelo too, so the birthplace of Elvis,
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt. So, did you like it down there in Mississippi? Just gotta ask.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. I love the crowd out there for sure. I thought
It looks like it's pretty
really
crowded.
It was a decent, good crowd.
Missy said, the promo guy we were talking about is Jumpin' Jeff Farmer, and if you want a really good laugh, put in Jumpin' Jeff Farmer in YouTube and watch his promo. The worst promo ever in professional wrestling. You will laugh and fall down. It is so bad. But anyway, all right, let's watch this. Let's get into it. You guys are in Tupelo. Now that's Teo in the ring, correct?
Yes, that's Teo.
Teo, you're on the outside and Collin's on the inside. Or I keep
Connor's
getting
on
you
the
guys'
inside.
names mixed up. Connor is on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first met him. Our names are too close. Someone's gonna have to switch here.
Right. Oh, excuse me. Guys are all getting ready. Now, the only reason I don't have the sound on is because for some reason YouTube always takes sound as music and I get a copyright strike. So I quit playing the sound. But you can see the crowd, they're getting into it.
Oh yeah. The people right behind Teo and Big Brand's corner were yelling at him the whole time, man. They were heckling him for sure. It was funny to watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he quick, but not quick enough.
Teo, both of them guys are bigger than you, that's for sure.
Yeah. There's some
and he's doing the right thing, it looks like. Speed and quickness. That always, they got to catch you in order to hit you. Oh,
he got him
speaking of
there.
hip toss. All right, referee, get out of the camera. There you go. So what are you thinking right here, sitting out there? What's going through your mind as you're watching your partner wrestle in there?
I'm needing him to step it up a little bit. He's got to put some damage on this Princess of Chaos if we're going to win this match.
He's trying.
He was doing pretty good for the size difference here. He's the
hair.
Oh.
The hair always gets you.
Yeah, that one got me upset. Can't be pulling the hair now.
So does a large crowd like this, or a crowd like this, does it make you nervous at all?
Considering this was my first match, there's definitely a little bit of nerves. You know, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I'm the cornucopia of sexiness. I ain't got nothing to be nervous about. But I think it just comes with the sport. It's gonna happen.
I got you. Hey, if you don't come out with a little bit of butterflies, it's time to get out of the business, man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
without a doubt.
great feeling though. There's nothing like it.
Uh-oh. They're going face to face, and he's like, okay, I don't want none of this. What's going to happen here? And I have to tell you, I haven't watched this match. So I'm seeing it along with everybody watching it. So, here you – oh, man, you go stepping right up. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, he got me with a big one there.
Ouch.
Felt that one the next morning.
Duck under. Big clothesline, gave it back to him. Okay. Is he tagging in his partner, or did he just go?
I think
he
just
went
catching a little breath.
Oh, slid out. They got to go talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing out here. I guess we got them scared.
Oh! You got caught napping, man.
I mean, I don't think that should be legal. Maybe it's just me.
I don't think they care, to be honest with you. They look like they don't care about the rules.
Nah, it doesn't seem like the ref.
I mean,
cares
those
either,
look
man.
like closed fists right there. So, I don't think they really. Uh-oh, here you go. Uh-oh, got him under. What? Oh, that had to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. What comes up must come down. Oh, yes. 1, 2, and a
I
kick
thought that was
out.
going to be it right there. He was still fighting.
There was your move right there. Minus the
Oh,
roll-up, of course.
Yeah, M didn't want me to go for that one. He said if I can get him in that position, it's not worth it. Just play it safe.
Oh, look at that. Big right. Oh, of course,
Yeah,
rake in the eyes. Referee. The referee finally warned somebody. Okay. Oh, right to the stomach. Oh, I saw the tag, but he didn't. Oh, back and forth. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Little Ric Flair right there. I love it. You guys are working like a well-oiled machine, like you've been doing this for 5 years together. I like it.
Oh yeah, it was a good matchup. I'd love to run this one back.
Oh my goodness. They like going to the midriff, man. They think you guys are small. They're going to take the air out of you.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes, squeezing you. Oh, get the tag. Tag you. Tag him. Oh, you're not your partner's not where he needs to be. He's in the opposite corner.
Yeah, couldn't get there.
So what was your guys' game plan coming into this? Because these guys are bigger. They're more powerful.
I mean, try to just, knock them down. Maybe get their legs. Just take advantage of whatever we can get, like M did there. Able to get him into a DDT position and knock him down.
Uh-oh, both of you guys got the hot tag coming in. Oh, yeah, throwing them clotheslines. I love it. Oh, picking them up. Looks like a body slam. Yes, sir. Coming off with the big leg drop. I just talked about Hulk Hogan's leg drop, and there you go. 2 count. Referee caught. Referee caught the guy sliding in. I like it. This referee's not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, he caught a couple things. I think he missed a couple, but
Misty said, look at that fire. Yes, sir. I like this. This is up and over. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
what a move. And you took out the partner and gets the 3 count. Yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That, sir, was a great match.
Thank you. That was for my first match. It was a great one.
That was really good. Let me go ahead and shut this down so it don't keep running. There we go. Perfect. Wow, I love that. So why aren't you two talking about becoming a tag team? You guys look great in there. I mean, I could understand though. You're just getting in. You're just getting your feet wet. You probably want to go solo for a while, but somewhere down the road, man, you two got to get together and be a tag team. That looked good.
Oh, that's absolutely been in the conversation. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. Start putting in creative ideas where it's not my place. But we're waiting. We're like I said, we're just trying to work right now. Connor said it too. He's just trying to get booked. So once we start getting booked, we can start putting in our ideas other places, start selling ourselves. That'll definitely going to happen.
You get into places like EPW, that will launch you into other places around this area, man. There are plenty of great organizations in this area. I will send you some names and some owners' names if you guys want to look around and tell everybody you're available. That would be great. Of course, they watch #Truth. They already know that, right? But no, there's some great organizations in this area. EPW is a good one. I frequent HWA. There's 3 Count down in Greenville. I'm surprised you guys have not been to 3 Count yet, being that it's there. I don't know if it's a rivalry to you guys or whether or not you'd go wrestle there, but I would definitely check into 3 Count, man. 3 Count is a great organization down there. Did you work on the show for Wrestling for Christ?
So I was actually I believe it was in Tampa, because that was in January. I was in Tampa for the Royal Rumble that time.
Okay.
I had booked my trip way before, and then Austin was asking us.
Oh, so you were at WWE's Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
I
unfortunately, had to miss that one.
That's that's the pinnacle of wrestling, man. Nobody's gonna get mad at that. As a matter of fact, that's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
I'm jealous.
It was an awesome experience.
I'm jealous. That is my favorite pay-per-view that WWE puts on. That's the only one, other than, of course, WrestleMania, that I will not miss is the Royal Rumble. Me and my daughter actually will bring up 2K24, 23, whatever. We just got 24 a little while ago. And we'll actually run the Royal Rumble and have fun. We'll call it ourselves. We turn down and we call it ourselves. We pick a wrestler who we think's going to win beforehand and make little bets. It's fun, man. We have a lot of fun with that. Now, do you watch other wrestlers while you're going to shows and take ideas from what you see in there?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe a move that they do or something, and go back and go, hey, we got a ring. Let me go try that.
So that's actually how I got that sunset flip over the ropes. Is we were at an NWA show. I think it was in Duluth, Alabama, or that might not be right, but it was in Alabama somewhere. And I think the guy's name was Jackson Drake, who actually, I believe, recently just got the WWE ID, which is really cool. But he was practicing that sunset flip. So that's where I got that from, and I came home and practiced that immediately. But absolutely, when I'm going to EPW shows, especially, I'm definitely watching the moveset, seeing if I can steal a little something.
Now, I asked you this earlier in the show. Well, wait a minute. Let's see what Missy said. I'm going to leave you alone. No, Missy, keep asking questions, man. I'm pretty sure he's enjoying this.
Yeah, love the questions.
He's loving it. Keep asking them, Missy. I'm good. I like it when you ask, because if I don't think of it and you do, that's great. That's great for the show. So I would never stop anybody who's watching the show from asking questions or commenting. Please do keep going.
Absolutely, yeah.
But so you go home and you go home. Listen to me. It's like home, being in the ring. So you'll go and watch other people do moves and stuff like that. Is there any moves that you've seen somebody do and you look and go, I might not be coordinated enough, or I might not have the skills yet to try that? Or will you try anything?
So pretty much, I know the high flying hillbilly, Dusty Money. Pretty much anything he does, I watch and I'm like, I don't know about that one. That's little out of my pay grade.
Lester Money has got a couple of screws loose, and I mean that in a very special way. He's one of them guys that, yes, he will jump off the top rope out into the crowd if you pay him enough. I mean, I'm just saying.
And that's I believe Connor Drake's working a tag team match with them tonight up at EPW. So that'll be a good one.
Yes, I will definitely be trying to check that one out. I'm pretty sure he'll put something up with some highlights on that. That'll be a really good match. But I tell you what, let's get into the next segment of my show. This is my favorite segment of the show. It's called Name Drop. I'm going to hit the intro. I'm going to get everything ready. And then I'm going to show you 5 pictures of people I know you know. And I know you know them because your buddy helped me pick them. So you will definitely know these guys. I just want to hear what you think about them. We'll be right back with Name Drop.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the part of the show that we like to call Name Drop. I'm going to show Mr. COLLIN Casanova 5 pictures of 5 wrestlers that he knows or have wrestled, and I want to get his views on this. This guy I found on your Facebook page, so I'm pretty sure you know him. Let's talk about Mr. Luke Fury.
Oh yeah, he is extremely smart. You know, he's a really young guy, but he's been doing it for a while now, I believe. And he usually runs our training sessions over at EPW. Man, he's got an amazing mind for professional wrestling. It's great to learn from him. He is
really good, and I tell everybody, man, he's been wrestling for that I know of 3 or 4 years. And when he turns 18, man, sky's going to be the limit for this guy. And he's almost there. He's right at the cusp, I believe, of being that age. And I see a future superstar in Luke. So if you're being trained by Luke, or if you're following Luke, or Luke's helping you out, man, I'm telling you, sky is the limit.
Yeah, he's insanely talented.
That's a guy that you should watch a few moves and maybe go home and practice a few, because he's got a really good arsenal right there, without a doubt, man. I love watching Luke. All right, next name. We already mentioned this guy. You already mentioned him. We just mentioned him a few seconds ago. The high-flying hillbilly himself.
Man, like you said, he's got a couple of screws loose, but in a good way. You know, I've seen him do things in that ring that I could never imagine doing myself, but definitely effective. You know, he hits one of them like I've seen him, like you said, walk the ropes like Undertaker and do a huge backflip off of it. My mind barely comprehends it, but man, that guy's insanely talented too.
I see him. I frequent a show called HWA, Heritage Wrestling Alliance, out in Rutherford, North Carolina, and he comes up there a lot. And he did a move the other night that I'm still, you know, it amazes me the agility that some of you guys have. He come running out from the curtain at a run, came up, grabbed the ropes, hit the top rope with his feet, and launched himself into the ring. And I'm looking like, whoa, where did that come from?
And the crowd loves him at EPW, man. Everyone's on their feet. You know, everyone's want to take a picture with him, give him a high five.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He is definitely a fan favorite. Speaking of fan favorite out at EPW, man, I don't care what name they go under or anything. This guy is a fan favorite out there, Mr. Dump Truck.
Oh, man, I love Dump Truck. So Connor was talking about this yesterday when we ran that show basically in my driveway. You know, it was a PWF and CMW show. And we had Dump Truck against Big Brand Wilder, man. That was an awesome match, a heavy hitting match. But actually, my little cousin was here for the show, and he, you know, my family's not really that much into wrestling. I'm one of the only ones, especially newer stuff. But my little cousin, my aunt told me later, somebody told me that he was looking up Dump Truck matches after the show. So big Dump Truck fan. I love to hear that.
Dump
Truck's
truck.
an
Dump
awesome
truck
guy.
is the man, man. He's part of a you know this also. He's part of a tag team called Ice Cream Truck with Squeaks the Clown. And let me tell you, man, Dump Truck, I've never been to a show where Dump Truck is at where he usually has a merch table. His soon to be wife does the merch table for him and everything, sets it up, and they always have during intermission when them two are out there, or if it's just Dump Truck, they always have a crowd of people around taking pictures and having a good time. Missy said, I have seen him jump from the ground to the top rope. He is amazing. There you go. I think she was talking about High Flying Hillbilly at that time. Sorry about that. I'm a little behind, Missy. I apologize. But I'm having a great time doing this, man. This is my favorite segment of the show. So we're going to go to name 3, and I think you know this man very well. We just showed you in a tag team with him, Mr. Connor Drake.
Connor Drake, the other half of Expensive Attraction, man. This guy is an amazing talent. I've been so blessed to be able to work with him since I came into the business. But man, he's starting to take off. I was talking to him yesterday, and we're like, man, it was like a rocket's been strapped to your back, dude. Like you're on the up. And he deserves it, man. He's a hard-working guy. Like you said, this has been his dream since day one. And
man, I
think
watched this promo, like I said on the show yesterday or a couple days ago. I watched his promo and I was just blown away just by his promo. I was like, man, I got to see this kid wrestle. And then when I interviewed him, I'm definitely gonna come. You too, man. I'm definitely gonna come out. I want to come out and see one of your guys' shows. I want to see a show at your company. That I think that would be a great time for me and my family. So you'll have to let me know the next show or the next few shows. Send me the posters or whatever. Definitely, if you guys want to promote anything, I'll do it here on #Truth or on my page, man. Just hit me up with it, and I'll be more than happy to put it out there, man.
Will do. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Man, I'm telling you, I would love to come out and see the action. Like I said, I was watching the promos earlier today, and your company looks exciting. I am very, very excited about coming out there and seeing him. Now, the last name on the list, I believe he's the champion right now. You might correct me if I am wrong, but Mr. Prince of Chaos Teo.
The Prince of Chaos, or as Connor likes to call him, the Princess of Chaos. He another one of the ones I started off training with. He's gone down a dark path, got that bit of chaos inside him or whatever. But me and
I'm pretty sure you're not going to call him a princess to his face, though.
Hey, I mean that's Connor's battle right now.
Okay,
I think he can take care of that himself. But if I need to step in later, I'll do what I have to do.
She said, it was Dump Truck. Okay.
Yeah, Dump Truck's awesome. But Teo is, man, he's a worker. I've seen him work at a company called Southern Fried Wrestling down in Georgia. He started working there recently. I think he's working there pretty consistently. But, man, he's a really good worker. Him and Connor are the ones that really stood out to me when I started working with Austin.
So would you how would I ask this without it sounding mean? If it came down to a company saying pick it's either you or one of these other guys in your company, we want to put a belt on, would you say, all right, it's me, or would you give it to one of the other guys? Kind of a weird question, but
you give that belt to Teo or Connor, you're going to be in good hands. That's what I'll say. I don't think me and Big Brand are a bad shout either, but Teo and Connor they're special. They're one of a kind for sure.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and set this back up here because we did all 5 names, man. You did great with that. I love that, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I hope. Let me know when you're coming to EPW, man, to actually wrestle, man. I would love to come back there. You and Connor or whoever else is back there from your company, let me know, man. I would love to come back there and take my money, please. Like I told him yesterday, it's awesome. But I just, after seeing your promo, the only thing that I would say as a fan is with the name Casanova, I kind of want to see a little more, frolicking, I guess is the word I'm looking for, or being a ladies man, like Missy said. Have you thought about moving deeper into that character, or is that just a character to start you off and you might move in another direction?
I appreciate the advice, because I really do need to work on getting more eccentric and getting into that character, and that's something I have heard before. It's interesting because I like the character, but there's so much you can do, and I feel like just being a ladies' man is kind of almost one note in a way. But it's the gimmick I got when I had started working with Austin, and I don't think I mean, like I said, I'm Casanova. I'm the sexy man, the cornucopia of sexiness, but I think I could there's definitely more to it I could bring out besides just being a sexy man. That's something I need to work on. Absolutely.
I didn't mean it to be rude or anything. Without a doubt, I love what you're doing. I just, when I think of Casanova, or I think of, for some reason, Dolph, for some reason, man, I got that one dude from WWE back in the day. What's his name that comes out with the top? Val Venus. I don't know why he's sticking in my head right now. You don't want to do that. There's children in a lot of these shows, man. That's a little
too far that way for me.
Yeah, that's a little bit too far. But like maybe come out in a suit every once in a while, or during your promos, man. Maybe some chains or something that screams Casanova, lover boy, stuff like that. Here I am, a guy who's never set foot in a wrestling ring, giving a wrestler advice. Who am I, man?
I mean, you've been watching it your whole life. You definitely got good advice.
Oh, I've definitely been doing that.
So,
yeah, Missy. There's another name, Rick Rude.
Yeah, that's definitely a big inspiration. I love Rick Rude.
That was horrible. Big old fat man.
I think it's a lot of stuff I just need to learn through experience. And like I said, I've only been able to have 2 matches so far. So I think the more
it'll come, man. It'll come.
I'll be able to get that character out of me.
So my biggest piece of advice, and I imagine Missy would tell you the same thing, and her husband and everybody else that's in wrestling, man, when you get in the locker room and you're in there, find the longest woolly veteran, go over there and sit down, make sure you get a seat by somebody like that, and open your ears, man. Just listen to how they act and how they work, and how they talk, and how they do things. You can learn a lot from somebody like Ricky Morton, who shows up to a lot of these shows in our area. There's all kinds of, Chris Thunder Anderson, Missy's husband, is been in the business for over 20 years, could sit down for 2 hours and tell you stories and still not be finished. You know what I'm saying? It's always fun to get in there, and don't be afraid to ask questions, bro. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's always fun. I'm a podcaster, and I'm still asking questions. I'm still learning. I've been doing this for 7 years, 506 episodes. I'm still learning today. So you're never going to stop learning, man. And it excites me to see a young guy like you, who's eager to learn, and you have friends, and it blew my mind when your buddy yesterday said it, and listening to you got a head on your shoulders too, man. It blew my mind that you guys are looking so far ahead that before you guys were even setting foot in a ring, you bought a ring and you have your own company. You bought your own belts. You're ready to go. I mean, okay, don't book me. I'll just have myself on my own show. I love that. That proves to me that you guys are in it to win it.
I think we're extremely blessed and lucky to be put in the position we have to be able to do all this stuff, for sure. It's something I try not to take for granted. It's awesome.
Right, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. So I'm going to ask you before you leave. I got a couple more questions. That we are hitting the hour mark right now. who is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? When you were growing up, who was those 4 wrestlers that you had to watch?
Okay, just that I had to watch. All right, that makes me feel better. So we're not just going best of all time.
No. Who's your favorite? Who did you
Okay.
like to watch? Not best of all time.
John Cena for sure. That's just, I mean, for my age, he's a classic. You know, he was the Superman throughout the 2010s. Rob Van Dam, that dude's insanely talented, and he can still go pretty good.
Right.
No, he's been on AEW recently. Another good one. I love Kofi Kingston. I think he's a little bit underrated, and his title run he got a couple years ago, that was awesome to see.
Very much so.
Number 4. I don't know how people feel about this one, but I like Dean Ambrose a lot, especially when he had first started with the Shield. Man, the Shield was something special.
Oh man, I love the Shield. I love that whole storyline, man. And even when he went over to AEW, he's got that. I'm gonna fight you no matter what. He did a no holds barred match. I can't remember who he was fighting, but man, it looked like they seriously hated each other, man. They were choking each other out, hanging each other over the rings with chains. I mean, it was intense. I can't remember who he was fighting. Maybe somebody could tell me that's watching, but it was an intense match, and I love that guy. He's always got the intensity. Miss Julie, Mama Julie said, where's he from, Scott? She wants to know where you're from.
I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, so right down the road pretty much.
Now, if you want to know who this is the mama of Zachariah Cutter.
Okay. Yeah, man, that was a really good match they had. I was, being Connor's tag team partner, I'm in the crowd cheering for him. Zachariah's got him in this hole, looks over at me. Is this your boy? I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. He's about to beat you too. Just wait. He's talented though. He's an awesome
I love
guy.
him. I love him. I walk him out every once in a while as his manager. That's how much I like him. He's a really good kid, and he's got a really good head on his shoulders. Got a great family. The family comes to a show like an entourage, man. There's like 5 or 6 of them that come out there to watch him. So it's pretty cool, man. I've never seen anything like that, and it is awesome. I can't say enough about Zachariah Cutter, man, without a doubt. He used to be called Kid Cutter. Every once in a while, I'll slip and still call him Kid Cutter, but he outgrew that when he got 18 and so on and so forth. But man, so I'm going to ask you again. I asked you earlier in the show, where do you see yourself in 2-3 years? Yeah. Wait a minute. Who in your mind is the greatest manager of all? Ooh, that's a good question.
Paul Heyman, he's been doing it for a while. Pretty much all.
Thank you, because that's my answer. Paul Heyman is number one. There's a lot on the list, man. There's a lot of them. Now, Missy might ask you it in a different way. Who's your favorite valet? Female manager.
Miss Elizabeth.
Ooh, okay.
I would. One thing I think about a lot is I would love if my fiance she's not into the sport that much, into professional wrestling, but I mean, she'll do it for me. So I'd love to be able to bring her in at some point in the Miss Elizabeth role and be able to play that out.
Oh man, see, that's special right there, man.
Yeah.
There's some wives that do that with their husbands, or if their wives are doing it, the husbands will walk out with them. That's pretty cool, man, when you can get a relationship that works around wrestling. But there's a lot of things in this. I ain't got to tell you this, man. There can be a lot of drama in wrestling too.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be doing nothing crazy, just being able to bring her in, and
there you go.
There's a valet.
Speak of the devil, Mr. Zachariah Cutter himself. How are you guys tonight?
Zachariah Cutter.
We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning, man?
Yeah. Connor got the best of you last week, man. Started talking too much. He was able to.
Now, wait a minute. This is hashtag truth, man. You say words like that, we're gonna have to get you in a match against Zach.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, you might be able to take me to my limits, but I don't know. I don't know. It'd be a good one. We'd have to see.
Oh
We'd have
boy,
to see.
we need to call up EPW. I think there's a match to be called right here.
You know, maybe you find a partner, me and Connor, take y'all on a little tag team action.
Missy wants to know, are you going to train her?
Oh no, I don't think she want to do anything like take a bump or run the ropes or nothing. Just get her in here, maybe talk some trash for
Total
me.
Miss Elizabeth. Just walk them down. Miss Elizabeth, she was one of them great ballets managers, however you want to say the word. She was one of the great managers, but she hardly ever spoke. I think I only heard her talk like one time the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because Macho Man was doing the Macho Man thing, and no, Miss Elizabeth, don't talk. I do a horrible Macho Man, but oh yeah, you ain't gonna talk. No. You stand right there and look pretty, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She didn't talk too much, but the storyline where she started, Hulkster started, falling in love with her, per se or whatever, and that was a pretty good storyline, man. That kept me going back in the day.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic.
Now, now that would be a match. Miss Julie said Perfect Vision. Perfect Vision is the tag team of Zachariah Cutter. My mind just went blank for his partner. Zach, what's your partner's name? Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. Matthews and Zachariah Cutter versus you and Connor would be great.
Man, go ahead and book it right now. I'm ready.
Oh man, I would love to see that tag team. All four of you guys are built about the same. It would be fast. It would be exciting. That would be a good match. I'm going to have to call up EPW and say, hey, I want to see it. Zach said, I guess so. I would love to run it back. And also, I would like to see what you're about. Connor rolled me up, and I have a clear view of my partner, John Matthews. There you go. John Matthews is his partner.
Okay. Has he worked EPW before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They've been out there.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. John Matthews has been everywhere. I'm pretty sure that Zachariah has been. But
definitely
yeah,
should get that worked out.
They were tag team champs for quite a few places, man.
Okay.
They're a good tag
awesome.
team.
That'd be a good challenge then. That'd be a good challenge.
Oh, I would love to see that, man. Well, buddy, we've been on here for an hour and 7 minutes. I want to thank you very much for coming on and telling us your story. Maybe a little bit further down the road, man. Maybe when you get a belt over your shoulder, around your waist, or something else amazing happens in your career, you come back on and talk with us, man.
Absolutely. I'd love to. And I really appreciate you having me on here. It was a great time.
It's without a doubt, man. And tell all your friends and everybody out there at your company to hit me up. Anybody. I would love to get them all on the show. That's what #Truth is all about, man. Getting everybody's name out there. And there you go. Miss Julie said, nice to meet you, Connor. Oh, wait a minute. Zach said John does not work there under the new management, but after the new year, he will be working on it. There you go. So
yeah.
I knew he was out there, but like I said, the name's changed a few times back there. But the new management, I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about it, everything I see on there. The place looks great. I mean, it looks professional out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's awesome.
It reminds me a lot of when NXT first started, that building and the way it's kind of laid out. So
it's an amazing atmosphere. It's crazy when I first walked in, because it's like, I thought it was like a monthly show or something, but then Connor's like, all right, we coming back next week. Come back next week.
Oh, it's a week. It's been a weekly show forever, bro. That's the longest running weekly show in South Carolina. Hands down. So I forgot to do the last segment of the show. So I'm just going to ask you, tell everybody where they can find you on social media. If they want to book you, or if they're a fan and they want to find out where you're wrestling, where can they find you?
So on Instagram, I'm think it's just King Casanova, maybe King Casanova 23, but it'll be pretty obvious when you click on it. And then Facebook, I'm COLLIN Casanova.
Julie, I didn't even realize that. You called him Connor too. She said Colin. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I told him earlier when I first met Connor, I'm like, dude, one of us is gonna have to change our names or something legally because it's too close.
Right. I imagine because you guys are probably together a lot, so you probably get that a lot.
Yeah, it's
Well,
funny.
without a doubt. Well, brother, I appreciate you being on. I'm about to go eat supper and spend some time with my family. It's been a pleasure having you on. I'm going to leave the show just like this. Collin Casanova. You're going to go want to check him out. He's going to be at EPW very soon. He's got his own wrestling company. This kid has got nothing but the sky to look forward to, and that is the hashtag truth. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.